Hello, my name is Sarah Jane. Thank you for joining me today for this pick a card reading. Today I'm going to do what your higher self would like to communicate through, maybe some things that need to be unveiled and what's really going to serve your soul purpose in the next stage of your journey. So in a moment I'll do an overhead shot and you can pick from groups 1, 2 or 3. Once you've made your decision, I'll leave a timestamp in the description below and you can go to the timestamp and watch the group that you chose. I really hope you enjoy this reading and leave a comment if you do, and follow my page and share my page if you'd like to as well, if it does resonate with you. Okay, have a great day. Bye. These are your groups 1, 2 and 3. If you need a few more moments to decide, just drop into your intuition, have a look. Sometimes running through the numbers can help, and one will just pop out more than the other. If you've made your decision, I'll see you at the start of your reading. So this is for everyone who picked group number 1. We'll start with your oracle cards first. Oh no, sorry, we'll start with your tarot cards first, and then we'll move on to your oracle cards. Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Death. Four of Swords. The beautiful Two of Cups. And we finish your reading with the Seven of Swords there. Okay. So starting your reading with this Ace of Pentacles, definitely your higher self, your true intentions, what is channeling down in that pure energy is to be really, constantly, this is a fresh ideas, bright ideas, new ideas, planting fresh seeds, looking at it in the outer world and bringing it into the physical world. So there's so much potential for new growth, new ideas, new connections, lots of new rebirths. So you might have just gone through a big shift and a big rebirth, and I feel like your higher self, like starting your reading off, is sort of saying, you have all this in your hands, you have all the magic to create everything that you want in your life. You just need to start planting those seeds. And I think you would know what, you'll understand what those true desires are, just having the Queen just followed. The Queen of Swords followed just behind, is just sort of saying that your higher self wants to let you know that you have everything, all the knowledge you need to set in force what you do want and how you do want your life to go. Yeah, and this storm in the background with her, I feel like to insert things and change the way maybe your life does flow at the moment, things are going to have to transmute and break down. You can sort of see there's this cloudy storm and there's this wind in the background. And your next card is Death. So there's things that just need to come through and transmute, so this energy can come through quite wholly and be a true shift, a true breakdown and a true shift of something. You'll probably need to rest. They're definitely telling you to rest, relax, rejuvenate. I feel like this shift will be like there's lots of blessings in the background here, and there's so much to look forward to, and it's sort of it's going to open you up for love connections. yeah, if you really do rest and bring that in. So I feel like this is going to deplete, it will deplete you a bit. I didn't want to say all transformations, they can be just like an adjustment. Some people love them. Some people find it really uncomfortable. So if you are someone who finds that hard to let go, it can be a little bit of an adjustment and you really do need to rest. If you are someone who loves them, you can sometimes get a thrill on like, you know, changing everything. You also do need to rest because that can be a bit overwhelming. It's really finding the balance. And when you do, you'll find this harmonious energy that's really healthy and comes from this really divine space. So it's from this open heart space and it has just this beautiful, pure love through it. So it's, yeah, it's really nice. So whatever has to break down, it's to bring in more equilibrium into your life, whether that be in a romantic connection, because this is a soulmate romantic card, so that could possibly be it. We might see more in your oracle cards, but yeah, I feel like Source is saying you're kind of in control. You can plant what you like. Things are going to change. This does not come without a little bit of disruption to how things used to be. If you rest, you'll come out and feel the value of planting this seed in the first place, which is really cool. And I feel like when you get there, it'll be lovely. And also then you sort of will start again with a new, an awakening. You can even rest if this transformation, it's sort of in the middle. You might be going through this transformation right now in the middle of your reading. And it also, this is in the middle of your reading as well. So this also might mean it's a really good time now to rejuvenate and just take rest and, you know, be really thankful. There's like a stained glass window there. It's like being really thankful for everything you do have and everything that is such a positive influence in your life, which is really cool. But then I do find it starts again, and we've got the Seven of Swords, and again, it's this blessed sky. It still has this a lot of knowledge and this lesson to be learned, but there's going to be decisions to make then, sort of after this beautiful harmonious energy comes, then it will start again, and you will sort of find new patterns and new lessons that you might want to leave behind, learn off other people. Yeah, or maybe dynamics change again too, like with connections, the way they are, the way you are, the way you'd like to be, the way, yeah. So I feel like this card, I'll get some more oracle card. I think these cards are going to tell me what this end card is. It's funny these cards are together. It's just this energy is really balanced, and this energy is a little bit more someone's going to get the rough end of the stick, but who knows who, sort of thing. So yeah, anyway, let me look at your oracle cards because I think I know. Awareness. Heartache and loss. Wisdom. Coming into your power. Okay, cool. So I feel like this awareness card is sort of like this energy that has come down. You're really tapped in to understanding maybe a little bit more what you want, especially with this Queen of Swords too, sort of under this awareness card. So really follow your intuition and trust that what you plant is in your highest good. And if you don't know what that is, maybe just put out there that you're going to start to, you know, view the world more like that. Like, what do I like? What do I want to bring in? What feels good? What feels healthy? How do I want to live my life? What things are really good? So yeah, this does come with pain, heartache and loss. So I do feel like maybe this is the center of your reading a little bit. Maybe there is something that is a little bit painful at the moment, whether whatever it is that had to break down did have to break down, or a connection just had to maybe just transmute into something else. And but I definitely, you know, again, these two cards are under this sort of heartache, so it's really important to rest and like see this beautiful person in this golden energy. Like imagining yourself in gold light is a really beautiful practice to do, and just closing your eyes and just starting at your toes and working through your whole body, whatever color like feels really nice. But like this is, it's really nourishing, and this card reminds me of the mind really resting and taking solitude in the you know, this energy is pretty intense, and yeah, it's just time to go in a little bit when things do change, and we just like maybe have a bit of loss coming through there. And yeah, and also sort of on the backhand of this card as well, I want to bring wisdom through. So through this heartache has brought like this amazing wisdom that's going to come. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it when we're feeling it, but it really does. And it opens up this new awareness of really what we want. We really do need to rest it, and really get into that even keeled energy where we find that really equalness in everything we do, everyone we love, everything around us. And it's going to come through with this knowledge. And it's just going to take time. This card's also about, because it is swords, it is this card about the mind and knowledge as well, and intelligence. So I feel like this card, he's resting on a gold sword as well. And I do feel like if you just do really feel into that emotion and really nurture your body through this, you will understand the wisdom from this lesson. And maybe, you know, what in the past has hurt will just come through and just give you more of this open abundantness you want, and you can just sort of leave it where it was and create fresh starts, which is cool. And yeah, so this is coming into your power, which is so nice. That's your last card. This is just all about feeling really whole, feeling beautiful and successful in everything you do, and not in a physical way, just feeling that, just in a total feeling way. I don't mean in a you know, in the outside world. I mean inside, you know, just success in finding nourishment and wholeness in every day you kind of have. So I do sort of feel like maybe you're going to be a little bit more assertive in a way, and you know, keep knowledge or keep things to yourself and take what you need when you need it too. So maybe there is a little bit of growth and expansion coming in that sense where you know, you really do go in and find this wholeness again, this balanced whole self that you always have been and always were, but just sometimes everything gets weighed down and we forget it. So yeah, and you just step back into that power, and you can feel how strong you really are, and how most things in your life are extremely achievable, and you have all the tools you need to, you know, make it really work. Things do have to move around for it to happen, but it's all for your higher purpose. And yeah, I hope you really enjoyed that reading. That felt really good. I hope it did resonate with you. So if you I might also just leave some meditation links for group number 1. Just with this reading, you definitely need to go inward a little bit and just rejuvenate. So maybe some really like there's a really beautiful meditation, and it's called Power Up Your Positivity, and it's unreal. It's a really good one to do when you have the time actually to do it, and really just, you know, you can really just relax. Even if you don't follow this meditation, you come out, you feel amazing. So like if you know, drift off or anything, it just has this vibration to it that's amazing. So I will put that in the description for group number 1, and anyone else who wants to watch it as well. And if this did resonate and you have further questions, or you would like to ask me questions back and forth about your own personal energy patterns and lines and things that are vibrating around you at the moment, feel free to private message me. If not, it was so lovely to read your cards, and yeah, let me know if it did resonate, and share my page. And yeah, if you think anyone else might like this page, please share it with them. That'd be lovely as well. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Okay, thank you. Bye. This is for everyone who picked group number 2. I will start with your tarot. High Priestess, the Sun, Tower, Hangman, 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and 10 of Pentacles. Whew, this reading is really powerful. Okay, I was actually really hoping that someone would get the High Priestess, or one of the groups would get the High Priestess card. Just because it is about, this card does really represent that higher self-knowing and sort of the unveiling of it. It isn't necessarily what sometimes we think it is. It often comes through in different energy forms, and then when it's truly open to us, or you know, we can see it, or sometimes it's like looking back, because in it, it's hard to visually see things that are playing out in our lives until we do reflect back. So quite often, you know, she is always for our highest good, and she brings down this beautiful magnetic blessing. So I'd say that this energy, for everyone who picked group number 2, that it is extremely, it's just happened. You've had downloads, you've had a lot of things come through at the moment. And I'd say, being at the start of the reading, it's really telling you to just trust all that knowledge. And it, you know, it's actually given you this broader, beautiful scope of maybe bringing energy and attracting things in that maybe you just had forgotten that you really enjoyed, you really loved, and new desires and passion. The Sun is just a beautiful card. It's so nice. So I sort of even feel like, you know, maybe you did get a lot of inspired thought around when it was a warmer time. This is a timeless reading. It doesn't matter when you watched it, but maybe the last time it was warm, there was just a lot of knowledge coming through, a lot of downloads. I feel like your higher self is trying to say, yes, I'm constantly just coming through to, you know, keep sort of showing you this bright day, this sunshine, you know, what does feel good, what does serve your highest purpose. So really listen to your intuition, really tap in. I feel like with the Towers card coming through next, so there's something that has to break down, there's something that has to change, and I feel like you kind of know this, and it's so this energy can, you know, be in full force. This is so similar to the last reading. They're different cards, but yeah, the placements are similar. So, you know, these people, they're jumping out of this building that's on fire because it's been struck by lightning. So it's a shock. It's something that's happened quick. It's dramatic. And your higher self is acknowledging that came down to move things around. Right now, I feel like you're very still, and we have the Hangman, and it's in reverse. So I feel like, you know, you've had these downloads, and you have the knowledge now to step out where you want to. You can sort of get off this tree. Just maybe you feel like maybe maybe this was really enlightened. They're sort of telling me that maybe you felt really strong about a decision that you made. You felt like it was very connected and it brought you all this joy. And then something, you know, actually changed the view of it. And it changed that inspired thought to just sort of, you know, be just staying still and not moving either way. But you do have the knowledge to keep going. That's what they're sort of telling me. They're telling me like this happened for a higher purpose. This happened for a good reason. Take it with ease and grace. They want you to really talk to someone who has your highest, best interests at hand. A really good companion. She's like communicating with this bird. Someone who sees you through eyes like no one else. It might be a mother, might be a sister, might be a co-worker. I feel like maybe they'll come to mind when I'm saying this. You just need a companion to really talk this out, just to turn this energy back into inspired movement. And it's time to get moving. Also, your higher self just really wants you to process all these emotions and know that your emotions are really coming into balance really soon. Really, really, really soon. This reading is really about having this whole love support from community and everyone. So maybe I definitely feel like, again, this is a collective. So just pick up what resonates. Some things might resonate, some things might not. But maybe you felt really connected in this beautiful sun space. Things maybe changed. Maybe there's a little bit of feeling on your own as well. Knowing how to move and create more community around you is something that you have done before and can pull on that intelligence to do again. And it does feel like you need to reach out and talk and express yourself and bring that community back. I'll have a look at your oracle cards too, because I feel like, so new beginnings. So so maybe, okay, hang on. Passion ignites. Destiny. Truth. Share yourself. Yeah, okay, cool. So I sort of feel like maybe there was a new beginning. Maybe something felt really, really, really right and ready, because I do feel like, as beautiful as the High Priestess is, sometimes our manifestations come out different to what we have visualized them. And it was something new. It was this new horizon, and you were about to walk on. And something just jolted it. Something jolted, you know, taking more steps out into this new beginning. It could have just been fear, like our own fear of where it might go, if it is good for us. But I do feel that, you know, if we come from this heart space, we're going to understand what really is truly nourishing for us and turn this Hangman back around to this beautiful inspired thought. Because inspired thought, it comes from feeling and hearts. Like inspired thought, you know when it's yours, you know when it's your own. It feels different. It feels magnetic. It feels like you. It feels like home. And I feel like that's where this is where the energy is just wavered here. I feel like your higher self is just saying, stay on track, stay on track, stay on track. They're sort of telling me, you know, that you are part of this beautiful network, you know, and again, it's this beautiful open heart space that's just flowing out, and your desires deserve to be, and your destiny just deserves to be honored and respected, even if it is only just by you, even if no one else sees it. They definitely just want you to know, just to keep going on your own journey and try not to view what the outside world might view it as. It's your and then you get truth. It's your truth. You know, this is, you know, your pot of gold. You're the magician. You're looking out the window. You're viewing what you see, and you see back in yourself. So this is really beautiful, about like, if something does feel a little bit like, oh, I thought that was right. How could have I been wrong? Just, it wasn't wrong. Just dip back into the heart and feel around again. And you might see things that, you know, didn't manifest exactly how you want, but you might see things that you can go, oh, that's how that manifested. That's where my energy must have been. When I was bringing that into my life, maybe I was bringing that in at a different vibration than I actually in my head thought I was. So, okay, cool. I need to level out that vibration. So it might be just doing a little bit of shadow work to see like where you need to fine tune, where we do dip into lack, or that, you know, not having that worth in, or that own belief system in ourselves. Like I have to do this all the time. I had an amazing healing like session the other day, and you know, just to be reminded again is so lovely. Like I have to go and do this stuff all the time too, check back in and rebalance. And yeah, this is a real emotional growth, like with this Queen of Cups. You know, she's so beautiful, and she does want this honor. She does want this respect and honor. Like she holds that cup, you know, that is just so beautiful and graceful, and this is so beautiful. You know, these two women, or feminine energies next to each other, and they're not women. This, if you're a man, this is just this, you know, this communication opening up with ease and grace, and understanding that you are supported in this world to do that. We are not. Our natural state is to be together, to be heard, to have connections. It makes us thrive. We can't live without it. And people love to help other people. Like it makes them, their connection with you thrive, and their connection with themselves thrive too. And they understand more about themselves. So really do open up to people that you need to open up with. Your last card, share yourself. So yeah, really open up. Go places. When someone asks you to do something, and this is under your community card and the emotional card too. So really, you know, take those opportunities, do things, live your life to the fullest, exactly how you want to, with the time you want to. If you don't get asked to a lot of places because maybe, you know, your social circle's a little bit smaller, or you started saying no a long time ago, and so maybe people don't ask as much anymore. Maybe start some hobbies, some things that you are really interested in, so you do meet those like-minded kind of people to like keep bringing in. And yeah, always believe in these new beginnings. Like every day we have a fresh start. Every day we have a chance to you know, change those energy lines and shift them around, rework them, ring an old friend, catch up with someone, you know, tell people how much we care for them, and yeah, and how, you know, the greatest people in the world, like usually, and that have achieved like the greatest heights, the, you know, greatest successes, you know, quite often, you know, have these inspired thoughts, it's going along great, and then something comes down. Like, and they try and they try and they try and they try, and they get it like, you know, the 100th time. It's, you know, there is genius in keep going. There is magic in keep learning, and you know, and just understanding that process, and being gentle on yourself, and forgiving yourself that things get a little bit, things have to break down, and things feel a little bit uncomfortable. That's cool. Just deep back into that heart space, go back in and go, I've got this, I get it, I love it, it's fine. Recenter, what do I want? Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, I do think that this reading is really about keeping that really strong self-belief about yourself, and always believing that there is a brand new day, which is beautiful, and believing in your truth. So if you enjoyed this reading, just you can drop a comment, let me know if you liked it, share it with your friends, or like my page, Sarah Jane. If you do want a one-on-one reading with me, you can private message me on the Sarah Jane page. And and I do live tarot readings Tuesday night on the Sarah Jane page as well, so I might see you there. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. This is for everyone who picked group number 3. So I'm going to look at your tarot cards first. Queen of Pentacles. King of Wands. The Hierophant. Ace of Cups. Three of Cups. The Fool. Page of Cups. Whew. This is a big reading. So in our first position, we have Queen of Pentacles. So it's this beautiful, nurturing, loving energy in this physical realm, like in this, physical touch world, which is beautiful. It's very fertile. There's lots of fertility around this card as well. I think your higher self is sort of coming down with this, this beautiful, like these cards together. She's really balanced in this physical world, and he's really balanced in understanding intuition and what is good. I do feel like these energies are your energies. I don't think this is a man and a woman. I think these energies are yours. This is the feminine and the masculine, and you run on a very strong knowing. So your higher self is really saying, maybe a lot through your life you have trusted your intuition, but you're very soft and nurturing as well. So you have a beautiful balance with this, which is just so nice. It's just such a nice way to balance, that intuition and knowing what does serve your purpose into the physical world. A lot of us struggle to bring that through, but I feel like your higher self is like, yes, that's what we're masters of. That's what we're extremely good at, which is really cool. The Hierophant being here too, it's beautiful. It's, there's a way, a structure, an order. There's keys. There's like this right of way. Maybe it's this maturity of these two energies together. I feel like you are very old soul. You might not be old in this life, but you might have just this old soul. There's definitely with your intuition, and in this physical life, you've reached a level of mastery, a level of understanding that is quite mature. This energy is very mature. Your higher self is definitely just sort of saying that, you should feel really strong in your character and who you are. And it's very balanced energy. It's beautiful. And our energy right now is the Ace of Cups, which is beautiful. So this card it's sort of like this energy. Even though this energy is so strong and powerful, it's very calm because it's so balanced, because it has structure and order. It's sort of like really balanced energy. It's not over, like this energy doesn't overpower this energy, and this energy doesn't overpower this energy. It's really, really nice energy. And that is a perfect representation of this card. That's what you get when you do learn to balance what feels good and how to put it into a structured, physical way. You become peaceful because your cup is full. And it's just abundant and it's overflowing. There's enough to give. Things don't feel hard because they come naturally easy, because there is enough. It's this endless flow. It's like, we definitely, you don't get this energy without all this structure and discipline and hard work that has come from previous practices. You would be an excellent teacher. You'd be an excellent teacher in teaching people how to hone in on whatever skill it is they really want to master, even if it isn't like, even if you aren't in their trade or career or whatever it is they do. I feel like you could inspire someone to keep them quite rational and how to bring that through, which is cool. Like a life coach or a spiritual talker or a TAFE teacher. You could be a TAFE teacher. You could be I don't feel like it's school. I feel like it's maybe more mature than that. Could be university. It just could be anything like that. Your higher self is saying that there is celebrations ahead, which is really cool. So maybe in all this maturity, there needs to be lightheartedness. So whether that be you visit people you know, you take a trip, you organize something a little bit more than this really structured energy that's around. It just has, it might be a weekend away with you, just your partner, or if you're single, you might take a friend or a family member. It doesn't have to be huge, but they definitely want you to, like, there's dancing in this card, like movement in this card. So like if you don't enjoy dancing, like if you're like, oh my God, that is like the last thing I'd want to do, which is fine. Some people don't like dancing. You might want to walk through the bush or rock climb, or there's this sense of moving your body with other people. Some sort of physical movement that brings you joy, that does make your heart sing. So definitely do it, organize it. Like maybe it's a little weekend away. It's something that does want to come through. It's just going to help this energy keep filling up this cup, which is really nice. There's like a lot of peace in this reading. And then we have the Fool. So yeah, there's definitely some new inspired action that's coming through again. So the Fool's the first card in the tarot deck. So it's the O. So it's, or the 0, yeah. So it's the first card that it's about, taking that leap of faith. It's about being foolish enough to do it. So there is something that will come through. Maybe it does come off the back of this inspired plan, like movement around with more community and other people outside than what you have right now. But yeah, there's going to be something. Look, you could go down the coast, find a house, and go, oh my God, let's buy it. And it's, it's sort of like jumping off the cliff, taking that foolish risk. There is something coming through that's going to feel really good in that sense. You're going to have the courage to do it, and going to want to know if you want to do it. I think our oracle cards will pull some clarifiers, but there's definitely an option coming through there for you. And Page of Cups. So, you might have to communicate back and forth this idea, this new prospect. I don't feel like you know what it is yet. I don't think it's come into your experience yet. I think your higher self is just sort of saying, get excited. Maybe that's why they do want you to do just something that's a little bit more lighthearted. They want to get you into that sort of lighter vibration heart space, to maybe open you up to broader avenues as well, because they're really telling me this is never going anywhere. You've mastered this. This is indented and ingrained into who you are, your value system. It brings you this. You always can retrieve this information. You always have that there. It's never going, but they do want to open up and create these new expansions, and communication is going to be huge on the horizon as well. So like these new choices, I definitely think maybe this could be a new love prospect and communication as well. So it might just start off as really light and just talking at the start, and it's really fun and it's lighthearted, but it's definitely something that's going to broaden and open up all those new horizons, which is really cool. So we'll have a look at your oracle card. So you have patience. Okay, cool, which is beautiful. Okay, temptation, power, trust your intuition. Okay, cool. So we have patience sort of under these. So I do think this took a long time to sort of really find that beautiful balance within yourself, like really come into alignment with that intuition and understanding what is right and the way your feelings run, and putting it into the practical and being beautiful and light-footed as well. Not being too heavy as well. It took a lot of your patience to develop these skills. It's unreal. It's really cool. And it did it. Patience comes from maturity, really maturing into your character and understanding who you are. It's really nice. We have temptation a little bit over the Hierophant and the Ace of Pentacles, which is really interesting energy under these sort of energies. So don't always let the rules rule you. This card is beautiful. It's full of structure and rules and order and codes of conduct, but don't let it bind you to things. That's, I think, why maybe that's above. And don't if I sort of feel like they're telling me if you do fall out of this structured, don't think you can't reach that. You can always reach that. You can always reach that. And I also sort of feel like with that temptation as well, you'll know what it is. You'll know the things that sort of tempt you, and it doesn't feel like it's sort of in the healthiest sort of way. Just pull on that, knowing that you are this endless cup of abundance, which is really nice. And you have this support that just comes from everywhere. It's really nice. So then we have power, and this is sort of like this maturing card, becoming the fierce lion, but sort of gaining the wisdom that the power brings, and becoming this older man as well. So I definitely think that maybe with these cards actually next to each other, temptation and power, just be careful that you aren't driven too much by power. Just dip back into your heart space and think, why do I really want this? What does really drive me? I'd say that's also why they're just coming up next to each other. It's just sort of a little warning to sort of to just keep the ego in check a little bit sometimes too. Don't be too controlling. Don't feel like you need to have all the power all the time. You'll know, because then it says trust your intuition. So you'll know when you get a little bit out of check. We all do. We all sometimes just struggle to see beyond being right, or that the way we want it to be should be the way it should be. So yeah, so just keep that in check. Just look back in, okay, why do I want it to be that way? What is it in me that is so driven to want it to be that way? And then going back, and you might find that there's something in you that's sort of needing to be seen, heard, felt, understood just by yourself. You don't have to share this with everyone. It's just work that you do on yourself. And then when you do sort of have that understanding, just come back and see if it really is about the view that you need for it to be seen, or if it is just sort of about that power struggle a bit, with our ego just trying to fight for the survival. Yeah, our ego does like to do that, doesn't it? But yeah, I think in your life you have practiced patience, and you've been very conscious through it, It has served you very well, but there are things that are coming through that your higher self is just definitely wants to open up these new expansive avenues that have creation with other people. And trust your intuition with that as well. Trust what feels good when these inspired thoughts come through, or these people come through that do want to make plans or open up new possibilities. And yeah, it is cool. It might be a love. It might be a lover. The Fool can represent a love romance sometimes, and just following your heart and like jumping in the deep end. If it's that, that's what it'll feel like. And there's nothing I'd say you just jump in the deep end. I feel like if you get the Fool when it is around the heart, it doesn't matter what anyone says. It's like, it's that energy. It's yeah, it's like, you know, you don't put your toe in the pool, you just jump in. Like it's sort of, it's that friend that you spoke to that met someone, and then the next time you call them, they're like moving in. You know, it's that really, like, you know, endless possibilities. No one can hold us back. Wild horses can't kind of hold us back. So if that is the energy, oh, enjoy it, have a ball. And yeah, and if you are looking, and look, this is future energy too, so this might be coming in soon. So yeah, I hope if that is the case, really enjoy it and keep your communication beautiful and honest and opened, if that is the case, always. And yeah, I've really enjoyed reading your cards today. If you do want a one-on-one reading with me, you can message me on the Sarah Jane page. And if this resonated with you, you can comment below, and you can share this as well if you like as well with any friends or anyone you liked. And if things didn't resonate or it didn't feel like your message, like I said, it's kind of for the collective. So take what feels good and just leave what doesn't. And there's loads of beautiful readers and everywhere, like in your local area and online and stuff. So I'm sure you can, yeah, find someone that really connects with you as well. And I do live readings on the Sarah Jane page at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night as well. So I really enjoyed reading your cards today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.